This right here, this, oh my god, it's collapsing. This is the reason why I'm on a book buying ban. I'm here to admit that I have a problem. I might have bought a few books and now I think I pretty much have the biggest book haul I've ever done. But I also have a good justification because I live on a nature reserve right now, very, very far away from any bookstores. I think I would have to drive like 4 hours to the closest bookstore, and that's not happening a lot. So when I just came back from Germany, half of my suitcase was full of books that I got for this little book haul because I thought, you know, the books are all available there, and also books are pretty much the only thing that are actually cheaper in Germany than in South Africa. So I took advantage and I did put myself now on a book buying ban. I mean, it's also a bit easier since there are no bookshops around, but I don't know how long. I think maybe a good date to start buying books again is my birthday, and that's in August, so maybe I'll have the book buying ban for that. So I just wanted to address, you know, the piles of books here, and that I know these are a lot, but as I said, I'm not going to buy any books anytime soon. If someone is going to gift me a book, then obviously I'm not going to decline it. But in this video I'm going to show you all the books that I bought recently. It was a bit ridiculous traveling with a suitcase full of books, but I'm a book girly. I don't want to hear anything about that. Anyway, I just put all my books next to me, so there's no real order in how I will show you these books. The first one I'm gonna grab here is actually one I already read because it was such an anticipated new release, and that is Problematic Summer Romance by Ellie Hazelwood. And oh, I love this. I can't tell you a lot about the rest of the books probably, but I can tell you that if you want tension and you want messy characters, a bit of an age gap. I'm not really an age gap girly. It wasn't like weird or anything, let's say that. If you enjoy the background of Sicily and Italy and, you know, some summer vibes, definitely I recommend this book so much. I'm so glad that I have the physical copy of this as well. So my first book from the haul, already 100% success rate here. Then next up I have Reckless by Elsie Silver, which is the fourth book in the Chestnut Spring series, which is her interconnected romance series where, I mean, the guys are not all cowboys, but it's that vibe. And I can't actually wait to get to this book because this book is Theo's and Winter's book, and I am so freaking excited for them. I think that they can actually rival my favorite couple, which is Willa and Kate from book 2, Heartless. Oh, one of the best books out there. And I don't really think that anything will ever top that, but if there is potential, then it is this book. And overall, the Chestnut Spring series is such a fun but also deep felt romance series, and I would highly recommend the series because they're also really easy to read. They're dual POV, they're funny, they're spicy, and the romances are just really good. Then next up I have a book that I kind of already forgot that I got, and that is Soul Hate by Hannah Kingsley. I don't know anything about this book, I don't know anything about this author, but this is pretty much an enemies to lovers, I think, YA romantasy. And even though I don't love YA, I don't mind it in fantasy that much. And I really love a good enemies to lovers book. And ever since Rebel Witch and the Crimson Moth duology was over, I've been looking for a similar vibe, a similar book. So also if you have book recommendations for that, please let me know in the comments. But this says, the holy states teach that everyone is born with a soulmate, but every coin has two sides. That doesn't really say a lot. But I think in this world, they don't have soulmates, but soul hate, so people they will have to destroy. But when she meets her soul hate, it's not that easy to destroy that person. I actually don't know if this is a standalone. I kind of don't think so, because when is a fantasy ever a standalone? But it also doesn't say anything about, you know, another book in the series. Let me see when this came out. Oh, it came out in 2025, so it's pretty new. It's a new release from this year. So yeah, this might be a start to a new series. I'll let you know once I read it. Next up I have a book that I also already read, and that is You with a View by Jessica Joyce. I heard a lot of good things about Jessica Joyce books and writing, and I actually read this on my vacation. Actually, if you want to see more of my thoughts of these two books, then go and watch my reading vlog from vacation. That's where I read these two books. And yeah, this just gave me sort of summary vibes, and they're both going on a road trip to actually discover sort of the love affair of his granddad and her grandma. I mean, that didn't work out, so they're not related, obviously. This was before, you know, they got together with their actual, like, partners that made the grandchildren. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, they're going on a road trip. I thought this was fun for holiday. This is definitely a book a lot of people will enjoy. I did as well. It's just not like a 5-star, but I definitely want to also check out her other books. Also, if you want more than romance and also a bit more of a plot-heavy book, then this is for you. Next up, I have Dream on Ramona Riley by Ashley Herring Blake. This is her newest release, and I'm so excited because I actually really enjoy her writing and her characters. I feel like they're all a bit more on the messy side. You always get great character development, and the couples kind of seem like puzzle pieces that fit together really well. And in this one, we have a small-town waitress and a Hollywood star. So kind of One of Us is famous, and I guess sort of a opposites attract story. And I also always love the covers when it comes to Ashley Herring Blake's books, and I actually often switch from audiobook to actually reading the physical copy with her books because they're all written in third person, and I don't know, I just really enjoy them also as audiobooks, so I wanted to mention that. But yeah, very excited for this one. The next two I have here are both from Annabelle Monaghan. I got It's a Love Story and Summer Romance by her, and also a lot of these books you might have seen from my summer TBR video, and a lot of them are summer inspired because in Germany we have summer, and I don't know, want to hold on to that summer vibe. So yeah, got a lot of like summer romance books here. One of my goals from this year was to try one of Annabelle Monaghan's books because I heard incredible things about her romances, and they're all quite short, like around 300 pages. And I feel like if you give us, you know, deep felt emotional romances with character developments, and I also think they're a bit more leaning towards the women's fiction side, in like 300 pages, then you're kind of a mastermind to me. But yeah, I'm very excited for these two. I actually started this one on holiday, and yeah, I can see myself also getting into her other books once I've read these, but these are the two that I got for now. So before I go into the next book that I have here, also what I had in mind when I did a lot of these book shopping tours is that I really wanted to get a lot of books that are on my 2025 TBR, because let me tell you, I'm not doing so good on that list. But I feel like that was also because I didn't have a lot of those books physically. So whenever I did, for example, one of my TBR jar videos, you know, I didn't see them. So I wanted to grab a bunch of the books from my 2025 TBR list so that I can, you know, read and tick them off. And I put Six of Crows on that list. So I actually bought the duology because I thought, I'm sure I'm gonna love it, and then I will, you know, want the second book. So I bought this in a book box. And actually, let me open this up because I don't like this in the box. I kind of hoped by buying these two in the book box. No. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. I kind of wanted to avoid specific things, and the first one is, you know, these edges they have. Like, I don't like that the front cover is shorter than the actual pages. I don't know why that is, but well, that's that. And then the other one I wanted to avoid, the freaking, not even stickers, because it's not peel off. I can't peel this off. That's okay, that's okay. I'm still gonna love the books. And they also had like a really pretty, almost like special cover there, but I thought, oh, don't buy the special cover because first of all, I don't really like reading hardcovers, and also maybe you won't love it and then you have a special edition for that. But yeah, this is such a bummer. Oh my god. I actually went through quite a lot of like online research to, you know, get covers that I like. This is so annoying. Like, who would think that having the freaking Netflix sticker makes anyone want to buy these? Especially when you buy them in the freaking book box. Like, you know? Anyway, I got Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I haven't read anything by Leigh Bardugo. I'm super excited to get into this. It's also about a heist, I think. And we have 6 like main characters. 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. I'm so excited for this because I really hope that this has like good found family, which is one of my favorite tropes. Sorry guys, I'm still recovering from like finding out that this is not what I pictured. Anyway, excited for these two. Let's talk about the next one, which is Beach Rivals by by Georgie Tilney. I haven't heard anything about this book or this author either. It has a sticker that says, by the way, sticker is removable, we're okay there. But this sticker says, for fans of Emily Henry, which I feel like is a big claim because Emily Henry is a big name in the romance genre. But I think this is also a great one for the holiday, and it actually plays in Bali. I think I never actually read a book that is set in Bali. Claire goes there for a 3-month job as a bookseller, and I mean, that kind of sounds like the dream. On the front it says, one bookshop in paradise, two bitter rivals, a whole summer to get through. So I feel like this kind of gives like beach read, maybe book lover vibes, if we can believe that this is for, you know, Emily Henry fans, but I'll let you know once I've read it. Next up I have Summer in the City by Alex Esther. I hope I say that correctly. First, let's take a moment for this pretty pink cover. Oh, I love it so much, and I'm really excited for this one. I actually haven't read anything by this author before, and I know that her Like series is actually quite big, but I saw a reel from the author, so from Alex Esther, about this book, and it was so funny. I immediately went out and bought this, and only after realized that she's also the author of the Light series, and I hope that I will enjoy this because then I will definitely go and read that as well. This one plays in New York, and she gets a new neighbor, and the new neighbor is a guy that she had, I think, like a one-night stand with 2 years ago or something like that. Oh, and it's also fake relationship actually. Okay, this just got bumped up on my what I want to read next list. The next one I have here is also a new release, and that is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read quite a few books by her. I didn't love them all, but they always hit quite deep, you know? So I will admit that I'm a bit scared going into this. I also haven't seen any reviews yet, but I think she's an incredible author, and it also says a love story right here. So I feel like this should be for me. But yeah, I think this is not just about one person, but about like a few that all are aspiring astronauts. And this also plays in the summer of 1980s. And one thing that Taylor Jenkins Reid does so well is actually like really transporting the atmosphere, but the whole like setting of that decade and the era, and I don't know, you just feel like you are there with her writing, so I am excited about this one. The next book I have here I think is also a new release, and that is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Steven. And I actually heard about this when I did my anticipated new releases research and video from last December for this year. And this kind of sounded like The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. And I'm just gonna read the back because I'm so bad at explaining plots. Maybe that's all love is in the end, an endless tempting of fate. Evelyn has lived countless lives, and in every single one she's been killed before her 18th birthday. But in present life, her little sister needs her in order to stay alive. To save her sister and make it past her 18th birthday, she'll have to do: first, find the century-old enemy who hunts her through each life. Second, figure out why she's being hunted so that she can break the curse and once and for all. Most importantly, she's going to have to try and not to fall in love with them again. And on the front it says, they loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes. They killed each other in every one. Guys, I'm so excited for this one, and it's a big floppy book, which is also important when it comes to me. So yeah, I always do make decisions when I buy physical copies, also on like appearance and everything. Like that is something I truly value in physical books. So yeah, with the Six of Crows debacle, like that wasn't planned. Next up, I have a classic, and that is Emma by Jane Austen. I actually already own quite a few. I have the goal to read a Jane Austen book each year. I've read 2 so far, and I really enjoyed them. And honestly, I mean, you get a million editions and versions of classics. I honestly saw this and thought, you know, this kind of looks great for the summer. I feel like classics for me are kind of like a autumn-winter thing, but then I'm closer to the end of the year, and last year I didn't get to my Jane Austen book, so I thought maybe let's try out to read it sooner and in the summertime. So yeah, I thought maybe the cover would help, because as I explained, I am someone who like visibly needs the aesthetics as well, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but to me that makes such a huge difference. Like if I don't like a cover, there are books that I avoid even though I think I might really enjoy them. It's stupid, but I don't know, my brain works like that. So yeah, I also hope that my logic works with that I'm gonna read this maybe around summer. And also this version, I mean, I only saw that later, but it has a foreword by Tessa Bailey, which I really like as a romance author, and I feel like that's so fun having a foreword by Tessa Bailey, who also writes quite steamy romances, and then, you know, an old classic romance by the Jane Austen. Then I have One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware, which I also already read actually, and this was one of your guys' recommendations, and when I saw it in the comments, because you can tell I have a lot of romances here, some fantasy, but not really a thriller, and I kind of wanted a thriller, and I find it a bit more difficult to find one around the summertime. I don't know, again, in my head it's like a autumn winter thing to read thrillers. I am aware that I'm special that way, but yeah, I associate certain genre with seasons. So I was actually very happy when I saw this one, because this plays on an island and you have 5 couples, 10 islanders, that kind of go on this island for a TV show, but there's a storm and they're kind of stranded now, and they may or may not be stranded with a killer, so they have to figure out how to survive, not only because the conditions are shitty, but also who of these other islanders is the traitor. Then I got another cowboy romance here, which is Alive and Wells by Bailey Hanna. I, again, don't really know a lot about this. I feel like I kind of got this on a whim with romances like this that seem quite short and just a fun time. They are good either for like palate cleansers or when I don't really know what I want to read, or even, you know, a book where I don't really have expectations, I'm just going in to have a good time. Then yeah, I love to have something like this on my TBR card. Speaking about TBR card, we'll have to see how I'm going to fit everything on here. I think this kind of gave me Safe Haven vibes, which is the movie from Nicholas Sparks. The last place city girl Cicely Kennedy expected to end up was a cattle ranch, but she needs a job and refuge from her abusive, soon-to-be ex-husband. It sounds a bit like damsel in distress, and he needs to protect her, keep her safe, and I'm gonna admit that sometimes I love that. Alright guys, we have 4 more books here, we can do it. The next book I specifically bought for a video. That is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Plane going by. I'm just gonna wait a second until it's not interrupting me anymore. Live on a nature reserve. We get like a plane once a month, if even. Why is it doing it now? Anyway, I think it's gone. Okay, so the book I got for the video is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, and I got this for giving an author a second chance. I actually read one other book in this trilogy, the yellow cover, I forgot which one that is, and I read it a while ago, like a lot of years ago, but I kind of hated it. However, I just heard so many good things about especially this trilogy, but about Talia Hibbert in general, that I feel like, yes, I didn't enjoy that one, but I want to give her a second chance. So that's why I got this. I won't be here saying that I'm super excited for this, but I did a reading vlog once. I think it's actually my first one that I ever did, where I gave authors a second chance. And I discovered that I actually really enjoy Sarah Adams books. And I'm so glad that I did that, that I feel like it's worth it to give this another shot. Next up I have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I feel like this is one of the Book Talk books, and I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it because I feel like some things that I hear in the reviews about the writing, this book might be either a 5-star read, like got tier favorite book ever, or it's gonna be a flop, and I'm kind of scared because so many people love it. Oh, I also forgot. I think why I'm also not excited, or let's say just a bit worried about this book, is I think there is quite a big triangle romance. How do you call it? Is it called triangular? No. Like Dreiecksbeziehung. The thing that, you know, Edward Cullen, Bella and Jacob had in Twilight. Like, it's a triangle, and love triangle. Oh my god. Sorry. The love triangle, yeah, is one of my absolute worst nightmares. I hate love triangles so much because I'm always scared that I'm on the wrong team and then I'm just devastated. So I avoid basically almost anything with love triangles. I hope that it's either really clear what team I want to be on and what team will win, or that the love triangle is just not a huge thing. I don't know. I'm a bit scared. If you read this, I don't even know if I want to know, but let me just know how much you love it and that I should read it, you know? The reason why I really want to try it out, even though it has probably love triangle, is actually that Larry from Larry Reads loves this book. It's like one of her favorites, and I usually really enjoy what she reads, so I trust her on this one. Or the next book I'm also so excited about, and that is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. It's also a duology. This time I only got the first one. It's actually quite thick. This I don't really know a lot about, but I heard a lot of good things, and I've been trying to find good romantasy books that are also not a super long series, so a duology I feel like is so doable. I probably go quite blindly into this since I don't really know what this is about, and I generally enjoy going blindly into books. I hope that I'm correct in saying that this is romantasy. Either way, I'm very excited to dive into this one. Guys, we made it. We made it to the last book. So give yourself a little applause because this is quite a big book haul. But thank you for making it to the last book. I feel like it's a special one. Yeah, one that I am equally excited and scared about. And that is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. And oh my word, I am so scared of this woman and what she could do to me with her books. Honestly, like, I don't know any other books that can evoke as many emotions as hers. And I also don't know, and I really, really, really want to know, is this a standalone? Because I don't really like follow a lot of Jessa Hastings accounts at the moment because I haven't read the final Magnolia Parks book yet, and I'm just scared of spoilers or anything, so I'm avoiding that at all costs. But I also saw that she's coming out with a new book, and I just want to know, is it a new book series? I don't really know what's happening. I feel like she's just coming out with new books every time without ever finishing any book series, and I just really hope that this is actually a standalone. I have no idea. Like, I looked on Goodreads and it doesn't say that there is new books coming out, but I haven't really heard anything about this because, again, I just kind of wanted to stay away from spoilers. I'm just gonna give you the bag, but it already gives, you know, messy plot, messy characters, like everything I love, but also, you know, I'm scared of when Jessa Hastings does it. So London-based Georgia Carter has long been estranged from her wealthy, conservative South Carolina family until she gets the text, "Dad's dead." As Georgia returns for the funeral, she is reunited with her favorite brother, Oliver, and meets his AA sponsor, Sam. Georgia and Sam are instantly drawn together, but Georgia can't help noticing how her brother looks at Sam, and the last thing she wants is to hurt her only real family. Tensions rise when their father's will reveals an inheritance to a mystery stranger. To find out who, and more importantly, why, Georgia, Oliver, and Sam set off on a road trip to uncover the truth about their father's life. Ooh, another road trip. As secrets both old and new threaten to push the Carters beyond breaking point, there are only so many cracks a damaged family can take before it shatters. I am so excited. Like, I don't really know what to expect. Is it a romance? Is it general fiction? Who knows with Jessa Hastings? Like, it has so much. I feel like her books really don't fit into a genre. And again, excited and scared for this. I am really happy that I got the physical copy though, because her book covers are just like so gorgeous, and they're always like actually painted by one of her best friends, and I don't know, they're just so special. And who knows, I really think there are a few 5-star reads in here, which I'm in the hunt for 5-star reads, so I'm so excited for all these new books. I kind of have to see now how I will fit them on my book card TBR. I also just realized that I had a towel on top of here the whole time. Anyway, I hope that didn't annoy you. So we have a fully stocked TBR card for when I draw my next TBR with a TBR jar. I don't know if that will come out before or after this video. If it hasn't come out yet, then please subscribe to watch it, and also if it's already out, then still subscribe and support a little booktuber here. Sorry for this messy outro, but I still hope you enjoyed this huge book haul. I will try and hold up all the books. There's already some books flying. Lot. Okay, I think you can't see. I also can't move right now. But this right here, this, oh my god, it's collapsing. This is the reason why I'm on a book buying ban. I think I'm gonna say goodbye like this now because this will fall in a second. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a like and also subscribe for more bookish content. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!